In FreeBet range, have a total freedom in creating your own pre-flop strategy.
So let's consider a simple example how you can create your own strategy. We can start with a new folder. Okay, we have a new empty folder. Then it's totally up to you. For example, you want to split your strategy based on stack sizes. You can create subfolder here. You will have a separate strategies for 100 big blinds, 80 big blinds, etc. Then in 100 big blinds, for example, you will have different positions that create for EP. And then here we will have RFI or open race range. Then we can create RFI range itself. You can use these buttons as a base, and then you can adjust your range a bit. Of course, you can choose your own colors, and you can also edit this preset. To do that, you go to user menu, settings, editor. Here you can set your own values, and then click save. Okay, and then the preset colors will be updated here. Let's reset to the default ones for now. There are a few things that can speed up your pre-flop strategy creation. For example, you can copy paste ranges. Let's suppose we want to copy this range and paste range. Okay, so the range has been easily transferred here, and we should save it. We can also drag and drop any range or any folder. You can also clone any range or any folder. It can be convenient for you to not create the full strategy from scratch, but to use some ready-made pre-flop strategy as a base. We can clone this folder. Okay, it's done easily and quickly in one click. And we have Hold'em cache copy. It's fully the same strategy with a new folder. And here you can make your own adjustments. You can rename this folder, create new ranges, modify existing ones, delete unnecessary ones, etc. Let's delete it for now, as we're not gonna use it in our video. Let's create defend versus free bet from early position. It will be a sub-range to RFI. You need to select what color you are creating sub-range to. In our case, we will choose all colors, because all these hands we can face a free bet. And we will name it versus free bet. Okay, so we have our RFI range as a base for this range. We're gonna have two colors here, 4-bet and call. We can select a slightly different colors. Some hands here we will always 4-betting, some hands we will always calling, and some hands will have mixed strategy. So let's select first the hands that we always 4-bet and the hands that we always call. And then for the weighted hands, we need to create mixed colors. So for example, we create a new mixed color and make it half 4-bet, half call. Okay, and then we apply it to the needed hands. Then we will have hands that we have 4-bet, half fold. If you want a 4-bet ace-5 suited a bit more than 50%, we need to create a new mixed color, put the needed frequency and select this cell like that. And for example, ace-k offsuit will be more calling than free betting. And let's suppose queens the same. It's not the recommendation to defend versus free bets with exact this range. I'm just explaining the concept how you can create your ranges. Of course, you can create more sub-ranges for one range. For example, you want to have a separate range for defense versus free bet versus every position. So let's suppose it will be versus MP free bet. We can either add a new sub-range, but as we already discussed before, it's easier to use already created ranges as a base and then adjust them, especially when you create similar ranges for different positions. So we can clone this versus MP3 bet range and just rename it to versus cutoff free bet, okay, and make slight adjustments here. Maybe you can defend a bit more wider.